Annyeonghaseyo, hi guys. So real quick video, but we just got back from the Fright Nights and it's in Syracuse. Actually used to be Fright Nights at the fair, but now they moved to a permanent location and stuff in Syracuse. And I'm really glad about that because last year, it being in the dairy barn, it was cold as heck because it was in a dairy barn, of course. But it being in a warehouse now, it's just their permanent location that's there so they can make things better, bigger, and everything else. They can keep working pretty much whenever they want. So it being the warehouse this year is actually way warmer, and I'm so glad about that because you can have more fun when you're not freezing your butt off. But I could definitely say, out of all the houses, there was the Fallen Giant, the pirate ship, there was the clown house, and then there was the manor, which was there was the manor, the pirate ship, the Fallen Giant, the Clown House, and what was I missing? What am I missing? I can't remember. Okay, so I had to go back and look up and everything, all the houses, because my brain went. So there was the Fallen Giant, which was more of an inflatable one. There was Jurassic Dark, the Bergen Mansion, Lady Lamone's Cursed Voyage, which was the pirate ship one, and Penny's Playhouse. So I gotta say, out of the five of them, my number one would probably have had to been the manor, the Bergen Manor, in a sense because it was so well done. When I get scared, I laugh at it. But this legit, there's a few times that actually really made me scream and I didn't laugh. It was more like, ah! It was because they were so good at like making like sudden scares where you didn't really expect it. So I'm gonna put this here for a second because I'm getting kind of tired at holding my thing. So I really gotta say that like, they actually had some really good scares, and I was very impressed by it. There's a really bad glare on my thing. Okay, so yeah, Bergen Manor was my first off my number one. The second one would have to be Penny's Playhouse. I think it was a huge improvement this year than it was last year. Last year, them being at the dairy barn, it was more like they didn't have as much room and they didn't add as many clowns in there, and it just felt a little bit rushed. And I've gotten better with clowns. I don't really like clowns very much. I used to be terrified of them. I'm still kind of creeped out by them. But this year, I think they did a really good job using the big space that they had. And near the end, they actually had where you went in like a sewer-like thing. And it was like you were going in like with it and stuff and Pennywise and going into the sewer part, which was actually kind of cool. I was waiting for Pennywise to jump out, but they actually didn't do that. But there was a lot of clowns, and I think I definitely could say that they upped their game this year with having a permanent location and a more time to expand it and use their space and add way more to it. So I was very impressed by that. My number three would definitely be, would have to be, oh, this one's difficult. I would have to say, would have to be the Cursed Voyage because I always loved you got to wear these like goggles. You got to wear not goggles. These glasses that would make they were 3D kind of glasses. So the paint that they had around the inside of the haunted house actually stuck out at you, and that was pretty cool because they used the actors in a way that some of them had the paint, some of them didn't have the paint. And there was one part in it that I really liked with the glow paint. And they had this, like, pirate in the glow paint on the wall. And it looked like it was jumping out at you. It was so freaking cool. And then it would probably be, my last one would definitely be, oh. My fourth one would have to be, Jurassic Dark. I liked it, and it was way better than last year. Last year, it was pretty much just dinosaurs and big flowers, and it's like you were walking around. There was like maybe a few sporadic like jump scares, but it was brighter in there, so it wasn't really enough to say it was actually a haunted house. There was a few like surprising like people hiding behind things, like a few zombies, but I wasn't really impressed with it last year. Last year it was my least favorite one. I definitely would not go through it again. This year it was a lot darker. They had a lot more like they had plants, but they used a lot more of a smaller space. They had a lot more zombies in there. The zombies did a great job. I actually had one of them say that they really liked my bag. I think it was in the manor. A girl actually whispered after I walked past, "I really like your backpack," which, as you guys know, is my Jack Skeleton backpack. So the girl's like, "I really like your backpack." So that was kind of fun. That was a kind of funny thing that happened. But they definitely used the scares and stuff more this year in the Jurassic Dark. So it was a gazillion times better this year with the warehouse for Jurassic Dark than it was last year, and I'm very impressed by that. I was very glad. I would definitely have gone through it again. And my last, and I think it's because it's new, and also I'll tell you guys my concerns about it. The Fallen Giant was a a blow up one. It was like kind of like a kids bounce house thing. But you were going through it, and I think the only concern I had about it was when we had my mom in front, my grandmother was in front of me, and then I was behind. Well, the way you were going through it, I'm claustrophobic. I usually don't like tight spaces. You did have to go through like a little bit tight space in the beginning. Wasn't too bad for me. The only thing I didn't like about it was when we were going through it, it's kind of confusing. So I think we missed part of it because we went out a certain different way. And it was kind of confusing because they didn't really have distinct ways. Like, they didn't really you didn't directly see where you had to go. Unlike other haunted houses where there was a distinct way to go through the house. But I think because there's like a blow-up thing in the middle part where people go, some of the actors told us they'd go the wrong way, but you gotta kind of try to direct, when you're scaring them, direct them the way. So I think it wasn't bad. And you had to go under things. You had to go you could duck down farther. I think it was very good. But I think it could be better next year if they had more distinct things instead of just having stuff on the floor. Because people don't always see on the floor. Have glow arrows on the sides and something. It's not that hard to do. I think they could definitely improve on that next year. Which I think that's why that's my number 5. It's at the bottom of my list. But I'm definitely glad to see that Jurassic Dark is not my least favorite this year, because I feel like they could have done so much more with it last year and they didn't, because I think it was a smaller thing and also they had less time to do it. But now we actually ran into the owner twice, and my grandmother having her walker, he asked us many times, "Did you get through it all right?" And we asked us for suggestions, and we did give it to him. So he did say he's going to improve on it next year, which is great. I can definitely tell you all these houses are handicap accessible with cane or walkers, and I think that's great for people who do want to go through haunted houses, but obviously have walkers, canes. I wouldn't say so much maybe wheelchairs, but definitely walkers and canes are definitely you'd be able to go through them. Because it was me, my mom, and my grandmother. We all went, and I can definitely say I'm so freaking excited for next year. It was free to park. It was for all 5 houses. It was $25. If you actually use a coupon online for $3 off, it was only $22. But I could definitely say this year it was well worth it. And we wanted to go a few times this year, but obviously things happen. Events are in the way, games. I'm not gonna miss a hockey game. So we only went once this year, and tonight was the last night. And I could definitely say next year I want to go so many more times because it's so worth it. I think a good idea with them to be doing, and I think I actually kind of suggested it, they should do, if you want to go through an unlimited pass to go through a house as many times as you want, pay $50. Pay $50 to just go to get an unlimited lanyard and to go through as many times as you want, which I think that'd be great, because some of the houses are really freaking good, and I would love to spend time going through all of them as many times as I want. I think it's because I also started at 7. got there in there and stuff around like a little bit after 7, and we just got home, and it's about an hour from Syracuse. We just got done about 10. So it's about 3 hours, 2, 3 hours. But I did like this year that they didn't stop you before you went in the door. They actually had the line. Yeah, they had you going into the actual part of the house, or into part of the haunted house. And then, like, the line went in from there. So you kind of got a little more of the vibe and everything of the house before, to get you hyped up before it. Also, the scare actors, I think tonight there was only a few scare actors. Usually there's, like, Jason Voorhees, Mike, no, I remember. I'll tell you. Jason Voorhees, there's usually Freddy Krueger walking around. There's usually few more people walking around. But it's the last night. Not everybody there. But I'll have to show you guys, if you guys check out my Instagram when I posted it. I got a picture with my boy Michael Myers. I love scary movies, and my mom's favorite is actually Freddy Krueger. Mine is Michael Myers. I love the Halloween movies. See, A Babysitter's Guide, Michael Myers. So I love the Michael Myers house last year. If you look at my pictures, they had the facade out there, but they didn't have the house this year. So I was like, I really want to get a picture with a Michael Myers this year. And I kept asking and they had Michael Myers walking around. And I think he's actually one of the Michaels that actually worked last year in the house. But yeah, so I was like so freaking happy, and he loved my shirt, and he's just like, I was like, okay. So you guys can check out my picture that I'm posting on Instagram. I posted a collage of pictures. But I had so much fun with my mom, my grandmother, and I think if you live in the Syracuse area or in the upstate New York area, definitely check out the Fright Nights. They usually start around the beginning of October, I'm thinking. But you can definitely check out the frightnights.com. They not only get a permanent location, it is so much more fun because they got more to work with. So they definitely gonna up their game every single year. And I hope you guys check it out. You guys can check in the bottom box for my links, my Twitter, my Instagram, my cosplay Facebook page, my Snapchat, my DeviantArt Instagram. Also, like this video, give it lots of likes, and let me know in the comments, what are you guys going to be for Halloween? I got my whole house decorated, and I hope to actually be outside. But it's supposed to rain this year for Halloween, which they said in the news reports. It's supposed to rain this week. So let's cross our fingers that it doesn't, because I actually want to be out there helping and dress up and scare the crap out of people. So I guess we'll see that, but also click the subscribe button so I can see how much love you guys give. Also, click the little notification bell right next to the subscribe button so you guys can get a notification when I post a video. Because I got a few TikToks that I just worked on. When I dressed up as Jack Skellington and everything, and I'm so freaking excited to show you guys those. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys later. Annyeong!